What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top 10 player playing the game of Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. We do a fixed game on Fridays, we do the podcast on Wednesdays, and every other day. I do whatever I feel like. And if you're interested in getting better, the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along this ride with me. And right now we're playing a progressive game on Base C1X, one of the new Sci Fi maps, the biggest map in the game, in a public lobby. So in the first position, we have a Spaniard, Hayden, Calaveras, 31, 10 hours in the game with 1 win and 18 losses. I'm in the second position. I'm going to want to find either one spot where I can actually take a continent, might be around here, or, unless I'm next to a human opponent, or I try and go for multiple positions. But I'm basically looking right now for a spot that I can expand out of and accrue some value that way. Blue player rolls on my 2-stack and splits. Okay. Can I just get a run of singles somewhere? Somewhere out of the way. Don't want to be right next to a person who immediately aggresses me. That seems like a bad scene. Okay, what if I hook in there? That's where I'll start. I'll go nice and slow, not let people know that I have the speed advantage until a bit later. Let's see how much of this I can claim. It's a good start. Holding 18 territories, assuming I don't lose any, which I will. I'll start my next turn with 6. This is my record on this account. It's my main account, 1,144 hours played with 1,687 wins and 644 losses, 3,200 games on the main Pete account. In the third position, VolunteerDeacon from the United States of America with 64 hours in the game, 13 wins to 83 losses. It's a single take. Thinks about continuing, isn't sure if he's going to go or not. We're debating it. Okay. In the fourth position, we have Sir. Oh, this guy's going to attack more. He's going to roll his 2-on-1s. Keep spending out your troops, buddy. There you go. In the fourth position, Sir King Man, flying the flag United States of America with 32 hours, 20 wins, 276 losses. More decent record than these other guys. Could be an intermediate. In the fifth position, we have an expert AI. The AI goes in 2 places and hits me out of there. And hits me out of there. Great. Okay. So I'm down to 16 territories. Finally, we have Alexandre, Lovejoy, 23. I feel like I played this guy already. 333 hours with 92 wins and 498 losses from South Africa. And that's how my opponents are looking. 4 human opponents, everyone's still alive as we move on to the second turn. Taking it nice and slow, too. So I have these 2 centers, and they're separated from each other. Might want to move out here next turn. Might want to expand out of that position. Let's see what blue does. I bet you blue goes for this continent. It's a +7. So the continents break down on Base C1X. And +7 is Sector E, and Sector F, and Sector H. You have +5 in Sector C, and Hangar A. Hangar B is worth... Oh, and D as well. Hangar B is worth 4. You have 2 +8s in Command and Sector B. You have 2 +10s in Sector A and Sector G. Don't really hold most of these continents all that often. What I want to do on my turn is I want to get a run of singles in an area that it looks like nobody's trying to occupy. So I'll have my 2 positions. When I say a run of singles, I mean I'm attacking these 1s in a straight line so that I can occupy as much territory in the early game as I can, right? I want to be holding 19 or close to 19 at the beginning of my next turn. Do I back off out of there? I think so. Because you're not going to hold continents right away, but you can get bonus troops for just having additional territories. Now, does this guy push into me, or does he try and take this continent? Another reason I decided to not invest in this position. Yeah, he's trying to take the continent. Good. Another reason why I tried to not invest in this position is I saw one of the things I look for in these big maps is a place where no one is. So nobody invested any troops in this side, and I want to kind of occupy most of that without necessarily taking any of the continents, because taking continents tends to offend newer players, and they seek to break you. So you can't break a player just by having a ton of territories unless you push all the way into them. Okay, Green's trying to guard themselves from me. Let's see if Magenta gets the idea to break them, because that is a +4. Or Red, for that matter. I can't come in on that 5. And I also don't think it's the end of the world if Green snowballs to a strong lead out of that corner. Because I find that having one very strong opponent can be a good thing. Yeah, Red's going to break him. Red's going to break him. Immediately. Right? No? Yes. Good. That's why I don't take continents in progressive unless I can guard them. So now we have a war. We have a war between green and red that I'm not involved in. I love it. So that's going to take the heat off me. I'm going to be able to expand out of this position the other way. Where does the bot go? The bot's going to go for this continent. That's good. We'll have a strong bot. Bot finishes Sector C. That'll be a +5. Magenta has a good road to finish Sector D there. Oh man, you need better names than that, but I will never remember that. The sectors. It's cool. I like this map a lot. It's really big. It's 100 territories. Largest map in the game. You need some combination of speed, good positioning to win in the late game. I know I'll be able to outclock my opponents. Yeah, Magenta's going to go for this continent, right? They don't get that last territory to take it this turn. So Magenta's going to be next to blue, which is next to red, which is next to green, and I can mess around in this space here for a long time without pissing too many people off. Blue, I think, is still a turn away from finishing this continent. Unless they get lucky, and they have to win both of these. Okay, they probably will. And that's a +7. Do they lose the other? No, they get the 2v1. Okay. Blue holding a +7. Sure. I can be Blue's friend. Cut across the top like this. So I have 22 territories, but I have no real continent. But nobody's here. Green immediately pushes to retake, rolling 7 on 5. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Maybe they get no card. Yeah, the 7 on 5 is rolled. Now they have that continent again. Red's in a spot. Red is for being board police punished. Yeah, and he's gonna lighten the load a bit and point it more at red. Not all of it though, right? He's gonna leave 1 or 2 there to guard against me, just in case he's worried about me breaking. Right. Okay, let's see if red doubles down. They can't really. Yeah, and red escapes. It's an easy take on me in the middle. If I was red right now, I'd stop. Yeah, it's guarding from that position. Okay, so we know that green now has a vendetta against red. We see the bot expanding out of this position. That's going to become a problem for me. I can't go much further in this way. I hope I'm going to be allowed to hold 21 territories. No, I'm going to lose that. I'll be at 20 at the beginning of my turn. But then this is good too, because now we have magenta versus blue situation. Blue's going to be allowed to hold this continent, or does magenta break? This is another interesting. Does magenta want to give that guy 7 troops? He does not. Alright, so now I have 2 different wars between both of my sets of human opponents that I'm not involved in. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, so now blue will put there and go break, break. And then magenta will be like red. Another fish lined up. This bot's going to become a problem for me sooner rather than later. But I think I still have a turn where I can just occupy much of this space here. And then we'll worry about the bot. If I show no aggression to green, I figure green has problems that way. I'm not going to lose all of this position right away. Green also has 18 territories. It might be a good move to take some of those, but... And blue botted out? Okay, so now we have 2 bots. They don't retake. That's too bad. I was hoping for war. Okay, I was hoping for war. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this run along the outside. Can I get that 2 stack, or is that too risky? 6v2? No, I get it. I get the whole run. Perfect. I'm holding +10, which is absolutely nuts. Who will break me? The bot can break me easily. Let's see if the bot will. So I'll guard from the 2 positions against the bot. We know that blue is a bot, but blue is also next to magenta. Alright, so now we have our opponents holding continents. Green holds a continent, gets 9 troops, and matches in early. They're going to cut red out of this completely. They're going to try and take this continent. No, they're going the other way. They're going to try and take me out of this section. I don't see why that would make sense, but maybe they fear me because I'm the host of the game. Or maybe they're just guarding with a 6 stack and they're going to push in that way. It's a strong guard. But as you guys would well know from watching my show, you don't match in early in Progressive. Progressive is mostly about the cards and much less about the board than fixed. Right? The matches go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 15. So you want to match as late as possible, usually. Of course, if you can hold these big juicy continents on this board, they are worth a lot, as we will see. I have a very, very low likelihood of being able to hold this giant sector G, the +10, but if I can, then I will snowball, because I'm already happy to not hold it, right? I'm already happy to just get the bonus from holding 25 territories. And red's fucked. Red's pinned in. We can get an easy take, maybe. Yeah. But red's in a bad spot, and they're trying to escape. Okay. Black player puts in 10. Yeah, I'm going to get broken. As I should. I'm going to get broken this way. Maybe black's the continent taking bot, and they try and take this continent instead. Now they break. There you go. 3 troops was not enough to guard against that bot. But here's what they've done. Black has let me erode in this way, so now I can break both their continents. And that'll confuse the bot's decision making so that I will have a weak bot on my board instead of a strong one. And that's what I'm going to do on my next turn. I'm going to add to this stack and go 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Because I'm getting holding 23, so I'll get 7 troops, assuming I don't lose too many more. Magenta was allowed to hold their continent. I figure they should break the bot here. Oh, they also match in early. Great. I was worried that I was going to be in the second position. I was going to get the 6 match, but look. I'm already past that. Yeah, I'm going to roll the blue player, which is now a bot. And they're just guarding. Okay. Good. Now we move to the 5th turn. This is the end of the early game. Blue's going to match in and not break, but retake. gets a couple takes up there. Good. Yeah, I have to work on the black bot now. If I don't work on the black bot now, this bot's going to become an impossible problem for me. And that bot's going to match in. So I'm holding 28 territories. Right, I keep getting, didn't have all my eggs in the continent basket. It would have been a nice continent to hold, mind you, plus 10 is ridiculous. But now I'm getting, with 28, you're getting 9 troops extra? So obviously you don't get them all. I will lose a few, but green will expand out of here, removing red from this corner. Red will be in the middle. Red's the fish. So let's see what red does with their match. If red matches in, then they are less fishy of a fish. Oh, okay, green's leaving red in the corner. Green would like the monopoly on the kill on red. So now if I was red, I wouldn't match in. They don't get a card. Weird. Alright, so black has now shifted their weight a bit further this way. They're going to get that. Or that. Neither. Good. I'm happy with that. And black's also holding 5 cards. Fuck. Okay, so next turn black's going to match in. Okay. I like how this game is going for me. I really do. I have 32 troops and 28 territories. I have slightly less than the blue player, who should have definitely not left the game. Slightly less than magenta. It's an easy take on me. Rolls a 5-on-4 and wins. Breaks the bot in the other direction. Okay, and then loses the 3v1. Alright, turn 6. This is where the matches really start to come in. So I'm next to match and I get the 10. Blue's a more aggressive bot. What do I do with that 10? I think I do a couple of things. So I'm going to take multiple runs in multiple directions. So now my game is to occupy space on the board. So I have 34 territories, no continents, right? We're not going for continents. We're trying to hold board. It appears inoffensive until it isn't. This is the snowball strategy for large maps. Slowly but surely take way more territory than you lose, and don't ever really give your opponents an incentive to push into you. Never break, never really take continents. It was a saving grace that the bot broke my +10, because my human opponents could have seen that as very threatening. Now black's playing with fire, or green's playing with fire. Green's going to break magenta. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Oh, they're trying to create stable borders. Good. That's a better play. Okay, so green is trying to create a undefended stable border with magenta. Oh no, they're defending it. Okay. Green has all but one of these 2 continents. Red player puts in the middle. No, red's a bot. Okay, now we have 3 bots. Only human opponents remaining are green and magenta. Okay. Good to know. You can see that it's bot movement, because bots don't attack with arrows. And black's last to match, so black gets the +15. Where does it go? It goes here. Oh, great. Oh, great. Good. So breaking this bot, when I did confuse it, now the bot is putting the majority of its troops somewhere else and breaking another bot's continent. Okay. So my human opponents are here. I'm here. and I have to push through bots to get to them. So I think it's more likely that they fight amongst themselves than it is that I have to worry about either of them coming into me. I also have this exterior position, which is still alive. All of that to say, I'm liking how my game is looking. Magenta is pinned. They either have to aggress green or get squeezed. Yep, they break the blue player's continent that was on their border. That's all they do, I betcha. Oh yeah, I get a couple more singles? Sure. Why not? It's not time yet for me to show aggression to these guys. Okay, black is now in their single position essentially. But they're just as large as me. I get plus 10 though. See, this is why you hold all that territory. Okay. Let's push into the bot from a different angle. Have I connected myself? No, I'm still technically in 2 positions. Well, I'm going to just lose those 3 troops, so let's let the bot take it. Alright. And green's getting the same as me for holding a continent. That's why the snowball strategy on these large maps works very well. I now hold 40 territories. 40% of the board. Yep, and green's going to push into me, because I'm not guarding it at all. They're also going to break magenta now. Remove red from their corner. They have a lot of things they could do, but they've spent half their turn in draft. The large map is where being able to play quickly comes in. They've now spent 2/3 of their turn in draft. They're just getting an easy take? Sure. Blue's exclave is removed. Blue will soon be in a single position as well. Red player wants his continent. Does the bot roll an 8 on 7? No. Attacks blue. It's a good move by green for trying to keep the monopoly on the kill. Right, holding this little stack of red in the corner. Black's going to push in a couple of takes, and then it's going to see my 8. Now to go that way or stop. Okay, so black retook that continent again. I'm pretty much lined up to kill black. What's the match point? 20? Can I kill black? No, they're slightly too large still. We're going to have to let the bot match in again. So given that I don't think I match in early, I think I just do what I have to do. I'm going to go break, 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 break. Okay, blue bot puts in 20, which means I could have a 25. Does that change it? Not really. Red's the fish more than black. And magenta gets broken. Okay, magenta's in trouble. Magenta's 27. I'm just not quite close enough to them. I would take those 4 cards, but I'm not quite close enough to them. Yeah, so what I do on my turn is I don't match in. I'll let other players match in before me. I'm just putting myself in position to kill this bot. The bot's going to match in, and one of those stacks is going to be strong, unless he goes to 5 cards again. So bots tend to match in when they're holding a match. And the odds of having a match on 3 are like 30%-ish. 33%, and then the odds of having a match on 4 are close to 80%, and then 5 is 100%. So you're forced to match in on 5. Magenta is in trouble. Does green take them out? They would have to push through 2 blue 8 stacks. Green is playing passively, and that's good for me so far. At some point, green is going to show aggression, but they're playing a much more defensive game. They finally remove red out of the corner. Okay, so if red doesn't match in, they'll be holding 4 cards, and red will be the fish. I could put in from there and probably kill them on my next turn. Looks like they don't. Okay, red's going to be holding 4 cards. They're at 30 troops. That's what the match point is currently. Oh man, I think I got you, red. I think I got you. Is there a single path without splitting? No, you have to. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have to split twice. At the end. Is there another way to do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's the best way. Okay. Well, we don't just split that way. That helps me. Red is the fish. Unless magenta can get them. I kill red. I get those 4 cards. Feeling good about this plan. Feeling good, feeling good. Here's where we kill red. Alright, magenta matches and gets 30 troops. Do they kill red right now? Can they? And if they can... Nope, they're attacking green. Hee hee hee. Lovely. So green's going to match in after I do. And they're going to retake everything they lost to magenta. So now we have a war between my 2 remaining human opponents, and I'm holding 42 territories, and I'm about to make a kill. I think I win this game easily. I'm interested to see what green does on their turn. That's a block. Okay, I can come in from the other side. I want those 4 cards. Sir, King, Man. Okay, do I have enough to kill blue? Maybe if I'd set it up properly. Exclave. Lined up to kill blue next turn, assuming blue doesn't have a match on 3. Also lined up to work on magenta. I now hold 61 territories. And my opponents are fighting amongst themselves. I think this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. I like this map a lot. I like Spaceport Sigma a bit better because it has those 3 choke points in the launch pads, but this is fine. I like big open maps, or mostly open. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with these sci-fi maps, so thank you very much, SMG, for making them. These are great. Okay, green is going to kill or come very close to killing magenta. But they run out of time. Magenta's the fish. Magenta will get a take on green. It pops his 11 stack just to make it easier for me to kill him. I love it. Magenta's down to 13. They're going to get a card. I'm going to be able to kill an opponent for less than 20 troops. About half what the match point is currently worth. Less than half. Amazing. Good. Can also kill blue on my turn. I think we'll get 2 kills. Actually, if I'll be lined up to kill green also. I think that might make more sense. Alexandre, Lovejoy, you have 16 troops. What do you do with them? No, he's bought it out as well. Okay. We're now in a 1v1. Green is the only player remaining. Oh, blue does have a match. There you go. There you go. Blocks my 41. Alright, magenta's the fish. And then I spend all of the rest of my armies popping green because they are my only human opponent remaining in this game. And that's the game. Let's kill magenta first for their cards. Let's wish green a good game. Let's get this army out of blue's way. Now green doesn't know what to do. Yeah. Sorry, man. Trying to hide in the corner. Alright, the black bot mansion gets the 60. Green loses this exclave from black, I think. It's tough to guess what this black bot is doing. I've confused it a bunch, though. I'm happy that I was able to not end up with a really strong bot on my border. Yeah, green loses their exclave there. So the blue player, who bought it out first, I think, comes in second in this game. Alright, I can kill green and blue on my next turn. And then black will remain. Maybe I'm a nice guy and I give the blue... I give the green player second if I can. Because he at least stuck it out to the end of the game. Let's see if I can actually afford to do that and be magnanimous. Yeah, I'll give green second place. There we go. And there you have it, guys. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it entertaining and or informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my show and come along this journey with me. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do the fixed game on Fridays, I do the podcast on Wednesdays. And also, if you're interested in competing with some of the best players in the world, the signups for the free-for-all tournament are still live on the Risk Discord. all this week. Come on down, join the Discord, join the tournament. I'm sure you're very curious to know where you stack up against some of the best players in the world, and I would love to compete with you. And what do we defeat? 3 beginners and intermediate. Hey. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.